You woke up this morning, made coffee, and before you even left the house, you'd already paid for 5 different subscriptions: music, news, cloud storage, a fitness app, and whatever streaming service your partner added just for one show. Here's the thing nobody tells you. That feeling of mild dread when you see your bank statement, that's not an accident, that's a business model. Welcome to the subscription economy, a system so perfectly engineered to drain your wallet that it almost deserves a round of applause. Almost. Let's start with the obvious question. Why is everything a subscription now? Software, razors, car heated seats, Adobe charging you monthly to use fonts. BMW literally tried to charge $13 a month to unlock a feature already installed in your own car. The short answer is, subscriptions are infinitely more profitable than one-time sales. A customer who pays once is a transaction. A customer who pays monthly is an asset on a balance sheet. Companies figured this out. Then Wall Street rewarded them for it. Then every other company copied them. But the deep answer lives in psychology. Specifically, in a field called Psychoeconomics, the study of how cognitive biases shape financial decisions, and corporations have become absolutely fluent in this language. The first weapon they use is called loss aversion. Kahneman and Tversky proved this decades ago. Losing something hurts roughly twice as much as gaining the same thing feels good. Subscriptions weaponize this brilliantly. When you cancel Netflix, you don't feel like you're saving $15. You feel like you're losing access to thousands of shows, even ones you'll never watch. That psychological sting is completely disproportionate to the actual loss. And companies know it, so they load you up with content, features, and access. Not because they want to give you value, but because they want cancellation to hurt. The bigger the library, the higher the switching cost, the deeper the psychological anchor. The second weapon is present bias. Human brains are spectacularly bad at valuing future costs. We consistently overweight what we get right now versus what we'll pay over time. A $14 monthly fee feels trivial in the moment. You're thinking, that's less than 2 coffees. You are not thinking, that's $168 a year for a service I use maybe twice a month. Companies exploit this by framing everything in the smallest possible time unit. Just $1.99 a day. That's $700 a year. Only $9.99 a month. That's nearly $120 annually. The math is always better when they do it for you. Now here's where it gets genuinely fascinating. Enter the gym membership paradox, one of the most well-documented phenomena in behavioral economics. Studies consistently show that people dramatically overestimate how much they'll use gym memberships. The average gym member pays for roughly 17 visits per month. They actually show up fewer than 5 times. Gyms build their entire business model around this gap. They need you to not show up. If every member actually used the gym simultaneously, the building would collapse. The product is the intention to go. The subscription funds the fantasy of a better version of yourself. Subscription companies have replicated this model across every industry. Duolingo, Calm, that cooking app with 400 recipes. They sell you the aspiration. They profit from your optimism about your own future behavior. And unlike a gym, digital subscriptions have essentially zero marginal cost to serve you, whether you show up or not. So your guilt about not using the app, pure profit for them. There's also a third, quieter manipulation at work, friction asymmetry. Signing up takes 30 seconds. Canceling takes 6 steps. A dark pattern. Are you sure? A screen, a retention offer, a survey about why you're leaving, and sometimes a phone call. The Federal Trade Commission literally had to introduce click-to-cancel regulations because companies were making cancellations so intentionally painful. That's not a design flaw. That's a design feature. Add all of this together, and you get what economists call subscription creep, the slow, nearly invisible accumulation of small recurring charges that collectively devastate a household budget. One survey found that the average American underestimates their monthly subscription spending by over $100. That's $1,200 a year vanishing into services they forgot they had, services they barely use, and services they meant to cancel in February. So what do you actually do about it? First, run a subscription audit right now. Pull up your bank statement. Every recurring charge, write them down. The act of making the invisible visible is genuinely shocking. Second, reframe every monthly charge as its annual cost before you sign up. That small fee looks very different at scale. Your brain needs the real number to make a real decision. Third, recognize that cancellation guilt is manufactured. The discomfort you feel canceling something you don't use, that's loss aversion working against your own financial interest. Name the bias, defuse it. The subscription economy isn't going away. If anything, it's accelerating. AI tools, software, physical goods, even your car's features are being repackaged as recurring revenue streams. But understanding the psychology behind it is the first step to opting out of the manipulation, even when you can't opt out of the model entirely. They built a machine that runs on your inertia, your optimism, and your cognitive blind spots. The least you can do is make it work a little harder to take your money. Check what you're actually paying for. Right now, I'll wait.